So the UK is officially on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Oh, which now means it's acceptable to wear hats indoors at 25 degrees. But we were put on lockdown because there's some idiots who think social distancing means going to the beach and having a party. Twats. I don't know about other people, but for me it's literally no different to my normal life. I have a nearly 5-month-old, and the only time I actually get out is probably to take him to the hospital, so not much difference is there. But to be fair, yes, it's no different whatsoever. Except that it's lovely and warm now, and I sort of want to be out there. I mean, I've even half curled my hair. That's the point of lockdown that we've reached now. But obviously Boris mate has been in hospital, which shows the seriousness of this disease. And I had to take Sebastian into hospital because he was showing some symptoms. And it's really crazy because the day unit that I usually take him to is normally filled to the brim with kids. So I went in there and there was literally me and Sebastian, and it was weird. And so I took him there and they had to like do some normal obs on him, and they said okay, he can go home. So I was like, brill, because I'm probably gonna catch loads of germs from this hospital. God help me. But now, because it's Easter and because it is 25 degrees, and for the people who do not live in England, 25 degrees is a heat wave, okay? It is a literal heat wave in the UK, okay? No, it is hot. And the only time I get out is to take the dog for a walk, who doesn't really look like she wants to be out anyway. She sort of gives me the look. But we are going to be in lockdown for a long time because yo idiots who want to go to the beach because it's hot, or who want to go visit family. Yeah, you're killing people. They literally killing people. If I could see you in person, I would slap you because you are killing people. So many, I can't remember I think it's like 7,000 or 8,000 something people have died in the UK. And that's just the people who've died in hospital. That doesn't account people who died in care homes or at home with coronavirus. So it could be so much more. And you selfish pricks. I'll just slap you. Because the NHS was already at breaking point. We knew that. But now the NHS is, I mean, there's NHS staff who are dying because they're trying to help the people who need it most, and yet be slapped in the face by people then going off to a freaking party or barbecue. I have had people around where I live have barbecues, and I just stare at them out the window, just because what the heck are you doing? And we haven't even reached a peak yet. There's going to be so many people who are going to die, and people just don't take it seriously because you're twats. And I'm sorry there's any children watching this because this is a censored video. But please stay at home because you will be saving lives, quite literally. Please do not be having parties or barbecues. Do you know I stay more than like, is it 6 feet? 6 feet away. If I see a dog walking towards me, like a dog owner, I go to the opposite side of the field so I don't go near them, or so that my dog doesn't go near them, because I know they say that, you know, it doesn't transmit on animals, but I want to be careful because my baby, do you see my little baby? She's my baby. She's my baby number one. I shouldn't say that. But the fact that I even had to take my own son to hospital because he was showing signs of coronavirus, that says words. I mean, he's 5 months in a couple of days. He's so young and he had symptoms, and that is scary. What does it take for people to stay at home? Stay at home. Honestly, I mean, at first, I must admit, I thought it's just in China. It's just like the flu. I didn't really think much of it. And then when it came to the UK and it was like the first death and then it started to go up, I was like, oh, this is serious. And so I was put in one of the high risk categories, which means I actually have to self-isolate for 12 weeks. That's 3 months that I cannot even go into town. The only place I can go is take the dog for a walk where there is no people whatsoever, or taking my son to hospital, and there's a dog walker out now and it is too hot for taking your dog for a walk. But please stay at home. I've seen people take tents and baby play mats, okay, to the local dog field and sitting down. What are you doing, you idiots? I could rant on all day, but I hope everyone stays safe. And please stay home. Please don't go out unnecessarily, because I actually haven't been to the shops. I've had someone else do shopping for me. I haven't actually been to the shops. Apparently there's queues, and I would not want to be in that situation because I think how many germs there are. And people who are wearing gloves, okay, you realise that you're wearing gloves but then touching other things and potentially contaminating different things. Do your facts. Stay safe. Keep your germs to yourself. So can I just add the fact as well that if you're admitted for coronavirus, you are going to be alone. If you unfortunately pass away, you will pass away not with family but with nurses in massive amounts of PPE. So you won't know, or you won't be there if your friend's family die. And if children over 5 years old, you're not going to be able to go with them. So stay at home. And I also want to say a massive thank you to all the frontline staff, key workers who are going out and doing their job. And I'm sure Sebastian will say thank you as well.